The talk will be in 6 main sections. There'll be an introduction to arbitration, why arbitrate, the arbitration agreement, etc. We'll talk then about procedure, evidence, costs, the award, and then some takeaway points. It's obviously a really large topic, and this talk today is intended to be an introduction, an overview of the various key elements. Obviously, for each element, we could spend much more time and go into much more detail than we'll have time for today. Just to point out as well, many of the comments that I'll make today in the talk apply to international arbitration generally, but I've focused as much as possible on the specifics of arbitration of construction and engineering disputes in particular. In arbitration, there's usually considerable more flexibility in the presentation of evidence than there is in court proceedings. Most institutional rules give the parties considerable flexibility in how they present their case and their evidence, and this flexibility can help with efficient case management and to avoid unnecessary delay and expense if the procedure and the procedure for evidence is tailored to the dispute. And evidence is also in arbitration subject to accepted standards of fairness. So generally, importantly, the tribunal will consider concepts of relevance of the evidence, burden of proof, as we've mentioned already, the admissibility of evidence and the weight of the evidence to determine what evidence is permitted and how much they will take it into consideration. Joint meetings and joint reports, the procedural timetable that is drawn up by the tribunal may include points in time where the experts from the different parties, but of the same discipline, should jointly meet to try and agree points of disagreement and points of agreement and disagreement. And usually these joint meetings of experts are held just between the experts, so the parties and their legal counsel in the tribunal don't attend, and generally they are held on a without prejudice basis. And following the meetings, the experts may produce a joint report setting out their points of agreement and disagreement, and the tribunal may find this particularly helpful when it's in order to get an understanding of technical issues and what it must decide.